welcome back to Roll Call.
Roll call.
Peck.
Perfect. Super excited to be back and live again this week, continuing along with our Slivers of Fate campaign. But before we get into that, I'll pass it to the mysterious beaked figure across from me.
Crowman rises again.
Damn it, Crowman, we talked about this.
Squaw!
Squad!
The cause in the night.
Oh no.
Last week we played D&D.
D&D, you say?
That video up on YouTube on Monday. That brings us to today.
Hold on. Is today the day after yesterday?
What is
before
today? But
tomorrow?
yesterday is tomorrow. Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Just to quote
Today
Mr.
is
Krabs.
tomorrow's yesterday.
Today is Sunday.
Guys, I don't have a brain cell anymore. Stop.
Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm DMing, so I'm taking it right now. So you're
What
gonna have to
do to die today?
Stop. It's too much.
A distinctly difficult thing to say.
Okay. Anything else to add?
This will go up on YouTube on Monday.
Monday. Okay, we're back on track. We're back on track.
Sunday is Vampire the Masquerade.
Whoa.
DC by Night.
We play that here?
We do.
We do.
Sick.
There's Monument of Shadows with Cymerk as the storyteller.
That's when I get the brain cell.
Yeah, brain cell.
Sundays I just deflate into a pile of nothingness.
It's true.
That sounds like a personal
I've
problem.
seen it.
It's a big problem.
He just makes a mess.
It's just I'm just a mess.
They just split.
Cymerk, what else happens?
If you don't want to wait until Sunday for Vampire the Masquerade, you can check out the RPG table tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we play, hey, guess what? More Vampire the Masquerade, but this time in Chicago.
Gasp.
And this time there's only one vampire. That's right, there was two, now there's just one. What happened to that other vampire? Well, I guess you're just gonna have to watch to find out, because some fucky shit happened to that other vampire, and now... Dong. That's what
The
happened.
dong
to
of the
vampire.
death bell.
So, they're not a vampire anymore. They're now ascended.
Different.
So, check that shit out. It is fucking insane, and I don't know what's gonna happen, and we're probably not gonna die, but we could. So, you might want to be there just in case.
You say you're not gonna die.
Dying is fun.
We're not gonna die again.
I mean, is it even possible for you to
Again?
die?
Actually, it is possible.
And you can find out how when you watch.
when you watch the RPG table, Chicago by Night, Gods and Monsters.
See how that?
Whoa.
Love the segue. Love the segue.
It's like.
But segues are not. Segues are hard. So
Segues are weird.
Segues are weird.
I like going on segues.
Anything else to add from the peanut gallery?
Peanut
Perfect.
speak.
I want a Vespa.
Okay, that's nice. You can get a Vespa on your own. No retort. Got it. Just the shutdown.
Just my brain right now. It's just a.
Don't worry. We'll get you there. So,
Yeah.
with all of that being said, we'll jump back into the world of Laplear in our Slivers of Fate campaign. Splash.
Da-na-na-na.
One day.
Music effects.
Music effects, audio, visual things. When we last left off, our fateful Order of Tarts had continued their climb up the mountainside heading towards Brahm. First running into a group of 3 salamanders who had come from a different plane of existence. And the group talked their way out of an immediate encounter and immediately ambushed them. Went up the road, swooped around, and then took them out in order to stop the Great Inferno.
Great Inferno.
Inferno.
Sorry, I missed the cue.
To stop the Great Inferno.
The
Great Inferno. Thank you. Well, that Great Inferno stopped for now.
Great Inferno.
Wait, hold on, no. You all continued your trek up the mountain, making your way to the top of the, top of where the path goes before it cuts back down. To which a guard post was there. You informed the guards of the elemental presence around, and had a wonderful little mini conversation with the guards about, what they're doing, how things are going, what you were doing. You learned that they're missing one of their, messenger hawks. Wonder where that is. Claw tightens up their bag so no one can see the hawk body in there. And then you
Feathers
can.
are useful.
Feathers are useful. Then you started your descent towards the city of Brahm. What?
Descent to
Oh,
madness.
yeah, no, that's already. You guys hit that. You guys already hit that descent long ago. It was going to take you a few hours, and instead of stopping and camping and then continuing getting there in the morning, you pushed through overnight, stumbling upon an injured individual at the side of the road. Typhoon woke up Narayana to give aid to this man, and you carried him back into town, to which you learn that he is the father of Lysa Hearthglow, the medical professional of the village, and you also met Rogan, the tavern owner / inn owner of the Mountain's Roost. You boarded your horses for the evening and had gotten yourselves a very nice room at, the Mr. Hearthglow's request and payment for saving his life. And that is where we ended our session, and you guys leveled up.
I suddenly feel stronger,
Yeah, everyone feels.
and I don't know why.
Everyone feels stronger.
I'm feeling evasive.
I
Two of
can
you.
punch harder.
Two of you are feeling evasive, and it makes me happy.
Shut up.
It
Yeah.
makes the wizard sad.
It makes everyone else sad.
Sad wizard noises.
feeling
I
a
just
little
remembered
wild.
2 combat techniques out of my brain.
Feeling a little wild, huh?
Feeling
So-
a little wild.
Oh.
Is there anything that the group or individuals or the group would like to do while settling down for the early morning / night before getting your official long rest?
If I recall, Claude just kind of like stumbled up into the room and just like fell
Yes.
right back to
Oh,
sleep.
yeah.
Right, we're all sharing beds like in weird little groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the whole like kid vibe when you
It's
like,
2-2-2.
finally arrive at
Yeah.
a vacation and you're just completely exhausted. and you're
Because
just-
John wanted to switch rooms because John
Because
had
Typhoon.
Narayana and Teresa are cuddling.
cuddling.
And then we have the barrier of
Fang in
Claw,
between.
Fang, and
Yeah.
Dragonheart.
So we will start our session in the morning. I would not say bright and early in the morning. You all were pretty damn tired from traveling. We'll say you wake up and get your everything going closer to like 10 a.m., 11 o'clock in the morning. And you guys have the city of Brahm, or the village of Brahm, to explore. And just to reset the scene, you're currently inside of the mountain face, as Brahm has been built partially inside of the mountain as it, the slope goes down, but also has made plateaus for small plots of farming and small, like, different houses and buildings. So the entire, village is technically, every level of the village is equal and flat, but going up means you need to go up or down the mountain itself, following along the very well taken care of path for you guys to enjoy. But yes, you guys wake up in the Mountain's Roost. Whatever you guys want to do.
Nothing.
Hmm?
Now you're doing a morning dance.
Okay.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn bad.
Anyone else have anything?
I mean, John wakes up pretty early, so John would probably get up, and like mumble to himself something about like, well, I did tell myself I needed to learn these spells, and then take some time learning a few new spells.
Is there any one of those spells in particular you'd like to use?
For the immediate, probably just one, which would be sending.
Who are you yakking at?
My father.
Ooh.
Trauma, 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 trauma.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
wait.
no.
What are you saying to dear old Pop?
I would probably start the message saying, Father, it's me. Don't freak out. I'm not actually there. This is magic. Hope you're doing well. Would like to chat more tomorrow. Your son, John.
Few minutes go by before you get a response back. Son, I'm not gonna lie to you. That scared the ever shit out of me. I don't know how much I can talk, but okay. I'm technically off tomorrow, so
Sounds about right.
Each breath was a word. 1, 2, 3.
So yes, you've made contact with your father, which you have not talked to
In a while. Yeah.
Just for me as the DM, that interaction I was waiting for. So perfect. Anyone else have anything to do in the morning in particular?
Not necessarily like do anything, but Claw, like, I'd say if you have a passive insight like over 12 or 13, you can tell that something's just a little off with her. Like, she seems just a little bit more on edge than usual. Like, her hair's kind of more like puffed and ragged, and she just like is a little bit more antsy. Like, there's just something kind of up with her, and she's just like a little restless. And in the morning, she's just kind of like staring out the window, and then she'll like move to the other window and just like look outside, like kind of contemplatively, but just like a little off, more off than usual.
Technically, everyone in the group except for Teresa realizes this.
Wait, it said 11 and...
No, it's
I
12,
said,
13.
like,
It's
12 or
12,
13.
12, 13.
Yeah, I have a 14 passive.
Passive
Inside.
insight.
Oh, inside. Ha, okay.
Yeah, so everyone else is like, claws a bit off, and Teresa's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Ariana sees this and she goes to the call, like, you doing okay? You seem a little edgy this.
I'm fine. Just tired of being in these towns and villages, all these people. I'm fine. I'm just tired.
Would you like to go for a walk?
I actually think that might help.
Immediately, Fang's like,
I'll
walk.
I'll accompany you if you'd like to go on a walk.
Okay, yeah, that might be nice. Thanks.
Boom, onto the floor and just.
I'm here for you.
What was that?
Huh?
I said, if you want to talk, I'm here for you.
Thanks.
Or if you want to beat the shit out of me, you can do that too.
Oh, does sound tempting. I don't know what's up.
A flying punch out of left field.
Just like as she like does that, her hair just like puffs and she's
Kind of like a cat when they get super stressed. You just like some hair.
yeah. All right, John. I would appreciate the company. We can go for a walk just outside of town.
So John will get up and go with her.
Okay. Teresa, you have anything?
I just turned to Dragonheart. Did I miss something? Alright.
Technically, I do notice that there's something up with the claw, but
You don't know what degree.
we didn't miss something specifically now.
Okay. There's not breakfast. This is not.
Those monsters.
There are like little to-go boxes. Like kind of like just some like those prepackaged things you could buy at like gas stations that are like a granola bar, like some things. They're just like tiny little bits.
That egg salad sandwich that nobody buys but me.
Things like that. Nothing extravagantly like prepared, but it is at least there is some food to be to take. And there's a little like room number note in front of them, so people take what their room number. So you guys each have, a traveler's breakfast ready for you.
Nice.
Rogan is not there. So, so you two are heading out. Are you heading? I just going to imagine you're going to head more south out of town because that's closer to where the tree line is. There are some trees more. Yeah, it's sparse where you are currently, but it is much higher. It'll take if you walk for 5-ish minutes, you get to not a super dense area, but more trees.
Okay, yeah. And Claw will just kind of trudge a little bit and squint out in the sun and just be obviously uncomfortable, just the surroundings.
I mean, John's pretty intuitive, but he also hasn't spent a lot of time with Claw or talking to Claw. So even though he knows something's up, for him, he's sitting there going oh god, it could be anything. So he would probably, ask her I know that you feel uncomfortable in the cities. I'm sure that after our trip here, we can find someplace a bit more to your liking.
Everything's so open and the sun is just so bright and there's so many people just in and out constant. I didn't grow up like this. I haven't. This whole adventure has been outside of my comfort zone completely, and it's just really starting to get to me, I think.
I'm sorry, I to some degree I understand what that's like, but for you it must be much more intense, being around so many people in different places that are outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I grew up in that forest. It was really all I knew. I would visit villages every once in a while to get jobs or to return for rewards, but I would always stay on the outskirts as much as possible and just, stay under the canopy with Fang. But it's I'm just not used to it. I've been doing fine for the most part, but something just shifted. I just feel weird.
Something shifted, you said?
Well, ever since that incident, the Curiosity Shop, I've felt so rattled, almost, and I don't know, after last night, I just woke up today feeling bleh.
Do you think perhaps maybe you interacted with something at the shop that could have affected you in some way?
Oh, yes. Well, when that dragon bone was shown to us, I had a pretty intense experience with the dragon itself that killed my entire family. And it just was so overwhelming.
That's certainly... that would certainly rattle anyone, honestly. Let alone... I can imagine what that must have been like to interact with the creature that basically took your entire life from you.
It was shifting and changing colors and changing features, but its eyes were just piercing right into me, and I felt like I touched on something that I shouldn't have, but I couldn't stop it.
Outside of mentally, emotionally, have there been any other types of side effects?
Just deep unease. Like I learned some things that, were hard, but it just feels like there's an earthquake inside my heart, or my soul is just crumbling almost. I'm not sure. I feel very just rattled is all I can say.
Must be very intense. I wish I could offer some sort of assistance. If there is something that you need help with, don't be afraid to ask me. I might not have all the answers, but you don't have to deal with things alone.
Thank you, and I do appreciate you taking this walk with me and offering your company. It does mean a lot. I know that we don't interact or haven't interacted very much, but you are easy to talk to. I feel like you actually care, which is very nice to have, and I think I just want to walk in silence for a little bit now.
John would actually grin at that and just sort of nod his head, and just allow them to have the silence between them.
Okay. We will flip back to the Mountain Roost. You guys doing it? I mean, the internal part where like the check-in desk and the bar and everything. I'd say it's about one Applebee's big. Hold about 100. Everyone packed in could hold about 100 people, if need be. It is, like I said before, everything is built out of the stone with like various textiles and cushions and things on top of it to give it a more homey, comforting feel. But everything is, hewn from stone. But yes, currently there's no one inside the bar manning anything. You're free to explore the city or the town if you'd like.
Mariana will go grab a box and cut out for a walk and explore this one.
Cool. If you'd like to give me a general perception check, if you're looking for something specific, you can give me a.
No, just exploring. $25.
25. High wisdom coming in place.
Coming in clutch.
So looking around, I mean, you're at the inn is closer to the center of the town. There is, which technically Claw and John would have passed, in the center, there's a part of the pathway you go around, there is a large, tree that's grown right there. It's, a large pine tree, but the pathway kind of goes in around it. And there are various things hung from it, via decorations or some sort of lights, or it's kind of like a spot for the whole town to be at culturally. You also see that there are several small businesses. When I say small, I mean, like I said, this town fits 100, max 150 people. So low-key shops, but people have still created their own identity here in Brahm. So you would see, talking about, you will see the Hammer and Anvil Forge. You will see what appears to be the Mountain's Heart Mine office. You will also see the Hearthglow Apothecary, which you would know would be the individual's daughter that you saved, Mr. Hearthglow. We'll continue around. You will see by the tree there is a sign that says the Moonlit Bazaar, and it says, "Come back on a full moon." There is a small. It's one of the bigger buildings here, but it is still rather small. It's the Whispering Wind Library and School. You will see. You can't quite make out the name of it, but over more to the north side, or I guess technically the east side, the up side of town, I should say. There's no north. We shouldn't talk about north and south. We should talk on the upside or the downside of town. On the upside of town, you do see there is like kind of up and disjointed, but it's still part of the town. You see this large like lens coming out of a build, like coming out from the wall of the mountain itself. You just see that there is it's called just the Tinker's Workshop, the Golden Grain Bakery, and then finally you find the Dancing Blades Dojo. Well, that's
Marianne,
the long short. What was that?
head to the library.
Why can't I
The
not hear?
Whisper.
Oh,
Head
now
to
I
the
can.
library.
Oh, you're in the library. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I could not hear you. So okay, as you head off to the library, the Whispering Wind Library, as you approach, there are. I mean, it's midday, so the children of the village are currently having their like recess / like outdoor enrichment time, where some of the parents are currently working and volunteering and teaching. Or like to the side is a with like a stone fence area of grass, and there's a tree with a swing on it and various like activities for these kids to do. But as you approach the main door going around, it is once again, I mean, this is one of the few buildings not built into the mountainside. This is a freestanding on one of the plateaus. It is a more wood-based building. There are, rock structural elements where they took a boulder that was already sitting there and, hewed it into, part of the building. It is, it's not anywhere close to the biggest library. Technically, the library at your home is bigger for the, your church. It is much bigger than this, but there are still, I'd probably say, for the, those really tall bookshelves, like in libraries and things, the really tall ones, there's probably about like 8 of those off to the side of it. So it has, sections, but they're not as nearly as, diverse as they could be. When you enter, you are approached by a semi-familiar looking individual. Not that you've ever met them before. Oh.
That's weird. My whole Discord just restarted.
Dragonheart explodes.
It just restarted on its own.
Okay, guys, this is where I tell you that Dragonheart technically was the harbinger of
Doom.
Yes.
Oh, shush. Shush, he's coming back.
Oh.
Fine, I'll just leave and mess everything up again.
Yeah, please. Yeah, okay, we're back. But familiar, not in the sense of like you've seen them before, but familiar in their features and their general, appearance. They are also a Kalashtar. She's an older woman who's currently sitting behind the desk with a pen and like checking books, looking at their condition, signing them back in, putting them onto one of those organizer shelves. So you're there.
Excuse me.
Hmm.
I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for, just a good romance and then anything on mythology.
Oh, you're looking for a romance book and a book on mythology? Oh, all right. Wonderful. One moment. Let me finish this real quick. Organization is the key to a clean library. We'll finish signing a book in and put back on the shelf. You'll see a little nameplate. Her name is Quillip Willowbrook, but it has that name?
Yeah.
It's near Dragonheart Jr.
Those are real words. Quillip.
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 Quill.
While she does, I'm gonna like scan my memory of like why is she so familiar? Would that be like a history check?
Yeah.
That's a 11.
Nothing's coming to mind. All right. So, I don't mean to be rude when I ask this question, so please pardon me if it comes off rude. Around what is your reading comprehension level?
How dumb are you?
I'm at
I'm pretty high.
three.
Okay, well that's exactly. I didn't want to be rude, but a lot of the individuals in our lovely village aren't the most proficient readers, and I didn't want to assume. But I will say, since you are obviously not a resident of the village, I would ask that you read these here in the library, and if you're going to check them out, I will need some sort of assurance you will bring them back.
That's fair.
So, okay, you said romance. Do you want to go walk over to a bookshelf, like one of an aisle of bookshelves that has a curtain, and there's a sign that says 18 plus. The more adult romance?
Oh, she.
Oh, so you want books on courting and love?
Yes.
Okay, I can definitely help with that.
Celibacy
my
be damned.
She will.
It's a smut.
You're right. You'll walk. She'll take you to a different section. It's like kind of like their how-to or like learning section. Are we looking for a general vibe of how to court, or are you looking to court a specific type of being or individual? We have some on various customs or organizations, or if you're interested in I'm real bad at this.
I just want a romance novel. A happy ever after.
A happy ever after is something I can help with. One moment, I will happy ever after. No, that one the person dies. No, that one she turns into sea foam. No.
But in a good way.
He falls asleep next to her in her grave. I got one.
Beauty in the eye of the beholder.
Come back. It's probably a book about this thick, not super thick. It's just called Love on the Winds. There's no front cover or anything like that. This is we're not there yet in printing press. But and then you said you wanted something about mythology?
Yes.
What in particular?
Whether it be local lore or lore from this sliver.
I have quite an extensive collection on mythology. That is one of my specialties. I do enjoy a good folklore. Let you if you'd like, just have a seat here, and I'll be right back. There are a few seating areas in that side where you could sit and be comfortable. They're not the best chairs, but they are a chair.
Anybody else getting monster fucker vibes from this chick?
Which one?
I was gonna say the librarian.
You leave Quillip alone.
All of them.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
Philip looking for a Philip.
Start reading the book while she's helping me.
Okay. From the foreword is from the writer, and it's a very, poetic, prose-filled explanation of their love to their partner. Just one of those This book is dedicated. So,
To Stacy.
but the book itself is a kind of like it's romance happy ever after. Oh, thank you for the follow.
Hello.
It is, one of those books that has an adventure aspect to it.
Oh, those are good.
And it's kind of like they're a merchant who takes to airships, and it has to do with like a little bit of we have to get to this new place and sell these things, and then there's enemies to lovers aspect to it, just from like reading the back cover as you're reading and like the reading through. It's one of those types of books where there's romance, there's action, but it like weaves everything together without, like you said, without the smut. After about 10-ish minutes.
Oh wow, you weren't kidding.
I have a lot of things that I have theories on about with these myths and where they come from, but yes, I stuck to roughly what you wanted. If there is a particular thing you would like me to direct you towards, I can tell you which books to look at.
Okay. Forgive me for this, but this is bothering me. Like, have we ever met before? Because for some reason you just seem vaguely familiar.
I don't know your name, so I don't think so.
I'm Mary. I'm actually from the next sliver over, from Breitbart.
So Luna.
Saluna.
Whereabout?
Lockwood.
I have traveled to Loftwood once or twice, and just in passing, gone through. So you might have seen me walking about the village.
Like I said, it was just bothering me because like you seemed vaguely familiar.
Well, I'm glad that I have a face to remember. And as you look at her face, she's starting to get the crow's feet and has more like beginning to set in wrinkles from her age. Her hair is turning from a nice like dark black, but there's beginnings of gray and silver beginning to form, and her hair is in a long thick braid that it comes around to the front, and she's wearing her traditional clothes, like nothing special. Yeah, if you want, I would recommend you start with the history of Tiroga in myth, as well as unfortunately, Brahm doesn't have much its own internal folklore. There's much folklore about the mountains and the various things around the area, but Brahm itself does not have one.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you going to be reading here, or are you going to be taking these out?
I think I'll read here for a while. Maybe go get some fresh air later and sit in the park or find a park or something.
We do have a reading area out back, but it is also where the children play during their enrichment time. So maybe wait until later in the day when they're no longer outside.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I will be at my desk if you need me.
Okay, thank you.
And she will head back. During all this time, that's when Claw and John are walking and talking. How long are you guys walking for?
As long as Claw needs.
Yeah, we'd probably walk in silence for like another 10 minutes or so, and then Claw will turn to John and just look him in the eyes and say, I appreciate the company, but I think I need to be alone for a little bit.
John will nod, and he'll say, "Do you want me to send Constantine with you, or do you want to be alone?"
This is unfamiliar land, so if you're comfortable, I guess it'd be best to have Constantine.
I won't be able to do much with him at a certain distance, but if nothing else, if something happens, he can return to me.
I think I might just sit here for a bit, try and soak up as much of the nature as I can.
Very well. And yeah, John will, he'll leave Constantine with her and just...
Constantine's in bird form right now?
Yeah.
So Constantine will kind of look at you, Claw, look back at John, and then hop up on some branches, and we'll look down at you, John, and go, so I'm not gonna ride on her.
Just...
She's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
That's fine. Just stay within eyesight, and if something happens, let me know.
You got it, boss.
Thank you.
And like, just he'll be like with you whenever you're walking around. He'll probably let you get to like the next tree before he hops and like soars and lands. So you're always within a couple feet of him.
Okay. Well, when she says that to John, there's kind of like a thankfulness it's sort of in her voice. Like you could probably pretty easily pick up that she's like, I appreciate your time, but I just need to be alone. And then she'll literally just like sit cross-legged on the ground, like in front of you before you even walk away.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, John will leave her to it.
Constantine look down. Oh, all right. Just sit and just like, kind of like, whatever the version of a corvid sitting on a branch, just like lounging on a branch, just kind of completely detense and just stand there and just look down at you.
Yep, she'll look up at him in a little bit of a strange way, but she'll be looking up at him too.
And then flip him with the bird.
Hey, no, go fuck yourself. Fuck you.
I think he'd appreciate it.
And John, you begin to walk back.
Yep.
John, give me a perception check.
Yay, I love these.
Perception.
Disgrace. Ooh, that's an 8.
Cool.
8.
So we'll cut back to the party for the other two in Typhoon.
Where are the other two?
What are you two doing?
Hey, Dragonheart. This is a
No.
bit of a weird request, but you wanna, like, come with me to pick flowers?
I thought that was going another direction.
I did too. I was really
Weird
concerned.
request, but you want.
I thought there was gonna be some bleed through with Star.
I feel like Dragonheart would also have a perplexed look.
Yeah,
I know it sounds childish or whatever, but
I didn't say childish, more peculiar.
I'll explain along the way.
I didn't say yeah. It says he's like dragged out the door.
Just dragging him.
Like I just imagine Teresa's like, I'll explain on the way, grabs his wrist and starts dragging him out. He's like, I didn't say yes.
Typhoon's like, I'm gonna wait here so we have someone. If anything goes wrong, we know where we're at.
Don't steal anything.
Immediately, it's like,
Do we cross? Do we cross John along the way?
yeah. John, are you heading back to the? Or is it-
Yeah,
are
I
you
mean,
looking-
John would head back to,
Okay.
yeah.
So yes, you would be walking up. You would see him in the distance, but at this point, he's like walking up. Yeah. Are you? You guys just look for any?
I'm being dragged along
Yeah,
for
just
a ride.
Teresa, where are you looking for these flowers?
Honestly, any flowers will do.
Give me a perception check.
You find flowers on someone's porch.
Oh, these are. Oh, look, is that a
Don't mind
graveyard?
if I do.
There's a lot of flowers in this graveyard.
If that was a thing, John would just give you a look. Like, really?
Those flowers from a flower shop, you know. Perception, that is dirty 20.
So with the dirty 20, you see the Golden Grain Bakery has next to it is, it's kind of like a kept flower garden, but it also is like more of a natural like aesthetic to it. It's not like all the flowers are in order and they're not me. It's just like a natural little flower bed outside, where you'll see a woman with, like, she's very gray silver hair, but not in the sense of like shiny, like of age. It's more of like a dog's hair, of like that gray that dogs can have, where, you know, full gray but not old, I should say. I'm trying to, it's my brain.
Brain words.
Brain words. You see she has currently, you see her nails are rather like long and claw-like, as she is currently sweeping next, like on the porch in front of the bakery, as you like look at them, look at the flowers.
Oh, and those are just like, or they're a part of the property?
You don't know, you can't quite tell, but those are the only area with real like flowers in the ground that you see.
Alright, I'm just gonna go up, just feel like, hey, good morning. Those are some really nice flowers. Are they yours?
I mean,
Smooth.
is anything really ours?
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Love
it's
it.
that.
Love it.
I mean,
mean-
the earth provides.
Morning, sunshine. The earth says hello.
Do you want some of the flowers?
I was hoping, I've been, well, we've been kind of wandering around and I've been trying to find some flowers, but,
Yeah, no,
It
for
seemed to be, like, the only one.
sure. I
Are you
totally,
sure?
I get it. No,
I feel
no,
like I'm,
no,
I feel
don't
like I'm
worry about it.
stealing.
Just buy like a loaf
Are you
of bread
sure?
or something, and you can have whatever flowers you want.
Awesome. What kind of bread you making? What's like the specialty here?
Oh, the specialty?
Sweet
Whatever
rice.
bread I make, really.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have, you know, I make a really good rye dough.
Is that like the bread that you're most proud of?
I mean, this lunar cycle, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whatever you recommend, I will buy. How much?
For you to like, what kind of loaf you want? I got like little baby loaves, and I got like the bigger loaves, or looks of dragon art. I got big loaves.
It's probably like 2 big loaves.
Two
We
big
got-
loaves. I could probably
We got
part
some
with
more
that.
companions.
I need to finish baking the other loaf then. So you're gonna have to give me a little bit, but I mean, I think like 5 silver will do it.
Okay, I will hand over the 5. Do you make like rosemary bread?
I mean, I probably could. I just need some rosemary.
It does sound fundamental to rosemary bread.
Yeah, I normally I don't really keep that on hand. The smell, it's just so strong. But I do love the smell of fresh bread.
Oh, strike that then.
No, I'll make it. That's fine. You just gotta bring me some rosemary. Whatever you
I mean,
want.
rosemary is a type of flower. Rosemary is a type of flower.
Rosemary's an herb, man.
Pretty sure there's some other herbs here too.
Just
What?
Teresa makes a mental note of. Teresa makes a mental note of asking Claw about the different types of herbs and flowers and shit, naturey shit.
I mean, you could probably go to like just one of the general store. Probably have some. I'm the only one working right now, so
Okay. Then yeah, I will be right back with Rosemary.
Okay, if anyone's asking, just let them know that Bree sent you.
Brie, like the cheese.
Yeah.
She did not like that.
I was waiting for that to be like an insult. Like, yeah, I haven't heard that before.
Did you like when I said that? Did her like mood turn sour or
No.
like?
She just kind of it took her a moment to like fully click with it.
Gotcha. Okay, Dragonheart, come on, we're going to get Rosemary.
Just kind of like.
It was nice to meet you, Dragonheart and Orc Lady.
Oh, Teresa.
Teresa the
Hi,
Orc Lady.
Teresa.
Yeah,
Hi, Dragonheart.
Bye. We'll be back, I guess.
I just pull him along.
And she'll walk back in and presumably get to work on your order.
Just dragging a toddler around at this point.
So, John, that's what you see. You see that they're talking to an individual, they're saying bye, and then Dragonheart's getting pulled by Teresa closer towards you as you're approaching.
So yeah, John sees Dragonheart getting pulled away.
Oh hey.
With a passive insight of 15, could I read Dragonheart's what's the right word?
Confusion about the situation?
Yes.
That's up to Dragonheart.
He's not exactly hiding it. Nothing's been explained.
So John's gonna like see Dragonheart's confusion about the situation, and then decide that he wants no part of this. So he's going to just say, "Oh, good morning. I'm so sorry. I forgot something back at the inn. I'm going to. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy." And just make his way past.
Forward.
Solid.
Yeah.
So you go down the way. I mean, there's a few different smaller
As
vendors.
we're going along, I'm just gonna say, okay, so, you're probably wondering why I'm one of these flowers.
No, I haven't wondered that once since you dragged me out of the house. Not at all.
Look, ever since I, regained my memories and such, I remember one of my old companions, they're like, which I found was alive. He's alive. Somehow. It's weird. I don't understand it. But she and I used to exchange flowers as a sign of companionship before every mission, and we would always pick flowers wherever we went as a sign, as a memento of where we went on our travels. So that's kind of why I'm one flowers from Brahm, because I thought it'd be nice to get a little bit of a memento from Brahm. And I didn't want to do this alone, so you're stuck with me.
Fine. It makes sense, I guess. Are you going to dry these flowers and like put them in a book or something? Because, flowers die, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing, I think. Well, some of them have already like dried up in my bag, like naturally. So I think that's fine.
Well, there's the whole like art of like book drying, like was it book pressing flowers?
Yes.
There's the whole art of that where you preserve the flower in a dried flat state, and it's almost like a scrapbook of flowers. At the bottom of your bag, you're just going to get mulch and maybe something growing in there, and we cannot be held responsible for what Claude does with the mulch at the bottom of your bag.
That's right.
Or John trying to rise something from the dead out of it. But I mean, it's one or the other thing. Got two people that really
Okay.
like dirt, so
So then I gotta figure out how to raise flowers.
dirt boy, dirty boy.
You're a dirty, dirty boy.
Such a dirty boy.
Found my secret.
While you guys are walking, you will see the Hearthglow Apothecary, and it says for all of your herbs need, like herb plant need, pretty much.
All right, let's get your rosemary so you can get your flowers. Gosh, it feels like such a weird like video game quest. I would like a
Look, this
flower,
is-
please. Well, first you must buy bread, but I am out of rosemary. If you bring me rosemary, I can make the bread that will get you the flower.
I did not make this quest line. You can. This is all off the cuff for
This
stars.
is all me.
I'm just saying, it feels very like video game.
Rosemary, you have to go beat 10 bumbleborks out in the woods.
Catch me 10 bees out in my garden so that I can put them in my other garden so they can pollinate both gardens.
Then you go out to there, and then you realize the bees are in trouble because of something attacking the nest.
But they speak only in buzzing,
Yeah,
and
that's-
there's a subtitle that translates at the bottom of it.
Can we skip this quest?
How do I deny this question?
This is technically a side quest, yes.
Every
No, now it's main story.
JRPG
But if we do it,
protagonist-
we get the flower, which could be a power up.
Which, if you carry the flower long enough, it allows you to skip one of the
God.
things. I love games
Look,
like that.
every
Anyway,
JRPG protagonist is a glorified errand runner
You're not wrong.
in
Um,
some way.
you guys go into the apothecary, and you will see sitting behind the counter is the same man that you helped rescue.
Oh,
I had to resist the urge to go, hey, Gimpy! But I'm not doing it.
Oh, good
good morning.
afternoon.
Evening again?
Oh, right, yeah. Afternoon. Time's relative.
It's when you wake up.
Lysa, dear, the friendly individuals who saved my life are here.
Well, technically, we didn't do anything. We just were in the cart.
We were just in the
counts.
cart. Our,
Dragonheart not trying to take credit for something he didn't do.
You will
you
hear.
feeling all right? You feeling better?
Oh, yes, I'm feeling physically much better. Emotionally, very bad. That's because you're an idiot.
I don't think that it being an idiot kind of coincides with feeling bad.
I got a very severe berating.
Well, that can't be because you're an idiot. That's because someone berated you. Sounds like it's their fault.
I'm curious though. Why did you fall from? I mean, how? What were you doing when you?
I was finishing my masterpiece on the side of the mountain, and my foothold slipped, and I might have fallen and shattered my leg.
Oh, so that's what happened. Okay, I only got like bits and pieces of it when I was, waking up, going back to sleep, and then waking back up again.
I was carving into the mountain.
What were you carving? What is
Oh,
your masterpiece?
A beautiful depiction of the city. Or I call it a city. It's a city in my heart.
Wow.
Just,
How long?
hmm?
How long has that been taking you?
About 20
it's
years.
Like wait, are you doing like a scale replica or something?
Not quite. I'm being very delicate and detailed with it. I mean, he is an elven man, so
20 years is
Yeah.
a blink in the eye.
yes, I've just been working on it for a while.
Well, at least have somebody like come out with you when you're doing it. That way they can like help you when you're not stranded, and then you like possibly,
You're correct, but
I mean-
not too many people are too keen on watching someone chip away at a mountainside for a few hours.
How about a pulley harness system?
Tried that.
What about a big trampoline at the bottom?
Very difficult to correctly time hits.
Well, I meant just for if you fall, not for like
Well, so what
hop up, chisel, chisel, hop, hop.
I'm
chisel,
not the most
chisel.
dexterous. I'm pretty sure if I fell off there, I'd probably land on it and then immediately spring myself off in a different direction.
A bunch of cardboard boxes built.
What is
into
cardboard?
All right. A bunch of pillows.
You know, there's these like mechanical systems that I saw in this sliver that were being used so that window washers could go up and like down and like
That's fine and dandy,
wash
but I don't
each.
have money or the things for that. I would love something like that, but being out here in the middle of nowhere makes it so. And at this point, the curtain behind him will move, and this probably about 5'7" tall, just fiery red hair, half elf woman. She has a little bit more rounder features to her. She's not, when everyone thinks elf, they think of like Legolas, and it's like
Angular and
it's like
sharp.
angular. No, she's more round. The human side of her definitely like is pushing the what the looks of it. Yes, middle of nowhere. Not too many people are willing to pay money for things like that. Hi,
Good morning.
I'm Lysa. Good afternoon.
Lysa. Hi, I'm Teresa.
Thank you
this is
again.
Dragonheart.
Reach out hand
I
hand
mean-
to each of you and shake your hand.
Shake.
Thank
I mean-
you again.
We didn't do anything, really. We just kind of were there.
You allowed my father to travel with you after he fell off the side of the mountain again.
How many times have this happened?
3.
Look,
Three.
art requires sacrifice sometimes.
This man gets it. Is there any way I can? I know we paid for your room, but is there anything else you need?
Rosemary. Enough for like a big loaf
The bread,
of bread.
specifically.
bread.
Not just
of
a
bread.
loaf of just straight raisin rosemary.
I wasn't going to say anything, but if I okay, that's really easy.
It's better to clarify.
The apothecary is another one of those buildings that's not built into the side of the mountain, and the roof of it is all glass, like strength and tempered, but it is so sunlight's getting in. It's just as if you were outside in this building, and she'll go to one of the the windowsill gardens she has and just take some, probably about 5 full things of rosemary.
Thanks.
There you
How much?
Nothing. One
Oh.
is literally a basic necessity of spice. I'm surprised you don't carry it on you if you're traveling. That would help you with cooking of food.
My spices tend to be a bit more of the
Peppers?
yes.
She'll point to like another one of those window plots, and there's just various peppers growing out of it.
Ooh, fresh pepper.
Would you like some?
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. For things like this, I cannot thank you enough.
Well, I mean, I appreciate your generosity, but I mean, you guys are running a business. You guys seem to survive off each other. Any passerbyers that come through, I'd hate to take advantage of that generosity. I'm happy to pay for the peppers.
We'll put it like this: you can pay as much as you want. Just give it to my father, and that'll be it. And she will pick probably like 5 various peppers.
Yeah, cool.
This is like a general store, right?
No, this is the apothecary.
Oh, okay. Right.
Can I do a history check to see what that would normally
Yeah, sure.
cost? With my -2 history. 3.
3? I mean, these peppers do look very nice and very homegrown. You've seen exotic peppers go for like 2 gold. Well, those are Dryota peppers, but still,
Yeah.
that's your only context.
Sure, why not? I'll give them 2 gold.
Are you sure about this? As he like begins to reach to take it.
I'll lean in, just kind of whisper, artist to artist.
For your medical bills.
He'll take it and put it into the cash box. Thank you so much. I don't believe. What was your name?
Oh, I go by Dragonheart Jr.
Oh, Dragonheart Jr. I'm incredibly thankful that you would support an artist like this. Not a lot of people know about that.
I mean, our art styles are primarily very different, but sacrificing always comes, whether it's the small pinpricks of sewing, especially leather. God, I hate sewing leather sometimes. Or the art of combat. It's all a sacrifice for what we see.
What does an 18 on an insight get for that?
He's a fighter.
Yeah. You have your art of combat?
I come from a line of fighting. Well, we're fighters. We fight for money, but not in a. We put on a show. We book combat. I guess gladiatorial type things. Nobody likes to. The goal is not to kill, but to defeat your opponent.
Ah, okay, sparring.
Yes, that I guess would be a good way of sparring for entertainment.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm when you're from somewhere like Dryota.
Oh. I hear the paint pigments there from the flowers that grow are just vibrant.
Yeah, sitting in the sun very much, the plants become very resilient, and in order to stay visible across some of the sandbanks, they have to kind of pop. So using them as paint or dyes works great. I mean, yeah, like despite the fact that the continent can be rather yellow, getting this vibrant of a yellow
is impeccable.
Yeah, it's a or red. Red is a real challenge. I mean, granted, the pigment, as you know, stains heavily.
Heavily. I'm surprised your hands aren't permanently a different color.
Exactly.
Well, if you're ever to Dryota and you're able to pick up some pigments and just feel like swinging back to Brahm, I'd be happy to assist, pay however I can.
I mean, yeah, if I find myself back and forth, I will gladly. Or, I mean, I can also just see if I can get some of it sent to your way as well.
That'd be quite the expensive package to send.
I have connections, as it were.
Well, all right, I'll say no more. Teresa, you and Lysa, is there anything else you're looking for in this place?
Nothing. I'm just gonna, follow Dragonheart's suit and like slide like 5 silver, just for for medical expenses.
Thank you. If you guys ever need anything else, I'm not the most crafted healer, but I do have some balms and some ointments and various remedies and things. If you need anything, just let me know.
Do you have anything that would help press flowers? Dry flowers.
A book?
Oh, wait, is that all? Is that all you need?
You just
keep the book cool.
she'll
dry.
come out and she'll come like a book this thick. Just be like, yeah, and like show all the different pages of like flowers she's pressed.
Oh, well, those are really cool.
My friend here uses flowers as mementos, and I have suggested book pressing as a way to keep those mementos longer.
Ah, yes. Just make sure it's not like sopping wet, because you'll get the pages all weird. But cut the flower at the point you need, place, and then make sure the weight is firmly placed.
Huh, okay. Do you have like a journal? Like a blank journal that I could get? Or
Let me go
I don't know.
look. And she'll like leave the store
It
part
could
of
just
the
be like
building
a
and go to
medical
the home
journal.
part. I
Right.
probably have one. It'll probably take.
Okay. I mean, if you don't mind parting with it, like, that'd be
I mean, at this point, I probably have a few back there.
Everyone with a sketchbook knows you buy like 80 of them, and you have like 3 that you use, and they're not full.
Yep. He will come, or she will come back with probably one about, that thick, not super thick. Be like, yeah,
Perfectly
this should
average.
be good.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Good luck on your journey of flower pressing.
I will. It's New, old new hobby. New old hobby of mine.
It's an evolution of an old hobby.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
I tend to translate as well, it seems.
He can fight.
I used to
and
just
translate.
pick flowers.
Are you
and
single?
Not press them.
Say Mr. Arthlow would like, are you single?
I am currently not seeing anyone, no.
Just looks over. Lysa's like, Dad, I will poison your tea, and no one will be able to ever figure out what happened to you.
And Zeus's head is just, oh, so this was the love that everybody was talking about.
No, this is a shotgun wedding that everyone's talking about.
Dragonheart has flexed that he has connections to another sliver.
He's rich and can defend you.
And translate this? He's got it all, baby.
He's the whole package, and you never see his face.
Anyway, I need to go check on some things in the back. If there's anything else, just let me know.
I was just going to ask a quick question, because you guys seem to be, I mean, you guys are more familiar with the town than we are. We were hoping to find an acquaintance of one of our
Companions?
thank you. But we're not sure where to start. We know he is a father of an artificer, and I don't know. We knew it was Peach's dad, but I don't think we ever got a name, did we?
Did John ever give a name?
I don't believe so.
No.
Nobody. I mean, no.
That was just.
You know, I mean, you know the
I was gonna
artificer.
say I know his name, but I
It's just
never
Peach's
mentioned
dad.
it.
I was just, I was going to say, Peaches was human?
No,
No, what was Peaches?
Peach was a halfling.
That's right. It's been a while since we talked to Peaches. So.
Yeah.
Peach.
She would be a,
Peaches.
he's probably a halfling.
With an artificer child. Daughter. What's the daughter's name?
Peaches? Peach. Peach, not Peaches.
That's an odd name.
Peaches?
Oh, you're talking about Wellerman Strong Hollow.
That sounds right.
You didn't know it?
Wait, what was it?
Wellerman Strong Hollow?
Wellerman? Okay.
Wellerman.
No,
Well,
you're thinking of the old sea shanty, the Weller Man.
Yeah, he's our mayor.
Oh.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
lives.
He's not our connection.
No, I know. I think it's funny you're asking them when John knows this.
Look, they're just. Excuse them for trying to help.
Wellerman is probably the mayor's office is also the office for the mining. So over at the mining office,
Okay.
just more up the road. Yes, if there's, I mean, I don't know what you need him for, but he might be busy. Maybe. It's very hard to tell. He some days works, some days doesn't.
Well, that's fine. It's just a good place to point us in a direction.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate your time, and I guess we have some bread to make.
Get the rosemary.
Have fun making bread.
And,
Thank you.
well, we're not making it, but yeah.
And you guys will head out.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to cut back to the woods. So what's going through Claw's mind?
Definitely just like flashes through her mind, like too bright, too hot, more forest, like hunt, just like restlessness and just a lot all at once. But also, since she's kind of out in the woods and away from people, it's all starting to quiet down a little bit.
Okay.
Is the moon in the sky? Like, you know how sometimes the moon is like
During the day?
out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently it is.
Okay. So probably just like You know, like when you just get the urge to like you see an open window or something, and you just like keep like reflectively like looking at it, or like just getting the urge to look at things. She's gonna keep just looking up at the sky and like looking towards the moon, and just like she'll find herself kind of zoning out and then just like look up at it.
So while you're looking up at the the faded shape of the moon as it rests in the sky, still visible. Every so often you look up at it, you're more focused. You look up at it, you're more focused. Give me just a general wisdom check.
Wisdom check, okay. Oh, 18.
With an 18, you're feeling pretty connected with yourself right now, and like everything, especially because it's quieted down and gotten calmer, and you're able to really focus and think and look. And after a few minutes, you realize, you start to feel kind of like the breath of the trees a little bit as the wind courses through, coming down this channeled valley of the mountain where the Brahm sits. There's that soft howling or talking between the trees as the wind goes through, and you feel every time that it takes a breath and the wind goes through, you hear around you various animals hopping from tree to tree or rustling around in a bush. At one point, a squirrel will come close to you, and Fang look up, look around, and then scurry off. Fang is just currently laying on his back, just hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, kind of sunbathing in the area. It is very peaceful. It is a fall afternoon, but the sun is warming you. You begin to feel more at peace. And then Fang goes quiet.
I'm probably looking at him and tense a little bit.
Yeah, he's just laying on his back. He's not moving. There's no rise and fall.
I probably tap him with my foot.
As you tap him, you see the color in him changes. Just a wave of shimmering color changes as it goes over, and you see his scales begin to flip, rotate, and shimmer as it does. His head pops up, and his eyes are no longer his. They are that dragon's again.
Yeah, I'll scurry backwards towards the closest tree, just
As you scurry back, what's going through your mind?
just it's happening again, and that what I saw in the shop was real, and just everything's coming to the forefront, and just fear, but also a weird sense of familiarity, or kind of interest.
Fang begins to roll over, and his bones crack and snap as if they're resetting, as he's now just a completely shimmering drake in front of you. And you just hear a run.
Run?
Yeah.
I don't want to leave Fang. So I would probably just stay there paralyzed.
He begins to approach more. This dense fog of energy begins to come out of his mouth and begin envelop and wrap you around. It is thick. It is cloying and choking you. It feels like raw magical energy is just coming and enveloping you right now.
Okay, yeah. I think just in a moment of panic, I'd probably just get up and start running.
Good. I love a chase.
No.
And you begin running. Where are you headed? Describe what you're doing.
How thick is the woods that I'm around? Is it like...
It's not. There's like thicker pockets, but where you are right now is not that thick. If you go more down the mountain, you'd head into thicker territory.
So as I start running, I think everything that's been going on will just kind of like collapse into itself, and then as I'm running, just like at first it's sort of like running to escape from this weird situation, but then after a while it just like turns into a more primal kind of running from what I've experienced and what I've lost, and running from kind of like who I am or turning into, and just like everything, and just after a while it just is the only thing is to keep moving forward and just keep running and distance myself.
And as you're running and trying to distance yourself, you see that Fang is moving with an increased amount of speed, and your two legs right now are not, even though you're going downhill and you're dodging and ducking between trees and everything, it's not propelling you enough. He is gaining on you.
Just gonna keep trying to run on the two legs that I have, but as like it's uneven ground, so it's starting to like fall a little forward and catch myself and keep kind of like falling and tripping over things. And I don't even like turn around. I can just probably like feel his like essence like right on me. So just keep running and like using my hands to like grab through and keep running like that, like pushing off of trees and everything, and probably just like tripping and falling forward a lot.
So as you're running and tripping and stumbling, you begin to feel yourself tilt forward, and as if you're getting ready to fall, and you, as you do, you kind of like soar through this bush, and you feel this embrace from, you know, the bush, nature itself, the essence around you, the breath that you were feeling before. And you feel yourself beginning to, you know, you still have that flight response, but you feel yourself given new revitalization, new energy, new speed as you carry yourself out of the bush. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Break time!
Oh.
So, we will be right back with the chase. So,
The chase.
The chase is on.
don't go nowhere. And we're back. Let's do this.
Just start scrambling dice.
I hope those are XP points are rolling for.
Yes, rolling for XP would be. You guys just killed a dragon.
One.
I rolled a 1.
It's cocked. It's cocked. It's, you know what? Fuck it. We're moving on.
You get a 1. Deal with it. Okay. So we rejoin with Claw. You have just stumbled and fallen through on all fours this large, thick bush as you're running away from Fang.
Great. So like you said, I just feel the embrace kind of nature, and just all the energy, and being chased by the one creature that's always loved and cared for me and been there, and just not feeling his presence anymore, but that dragon that I don't trust but wanted to help me, but also is scary and pissed too. So falling into the bush, and then but I just gotta keep running, gotta keep going, and as I come out, I go feet first, because that hands first to grab for it, but as I set them down, it feels a little different. And then my hind legs come up or my feet come up, and it's just like I start running, and it feels more natural to be running on all fours with my feet, hands in front of me, my feet behind me, and just like running like that. And then coming out of the bush, yeah, it just feels more natural to be, instead of constantly stumbling forward, just let it happen and just keep going like that.
You feel yourself very low to the ground. As you run, you see Fang just barrel through the bush, and you begin to like you're more nimble, more agile. You take a sharp turn and cut your way through, and you're now getting more distance from Fang as you run. Just something about your fight or flight response right now. You're just feeling that natural course, and eventually you make your way to this small pond.
And as I'm running, like through the brush and through the trees and everything, I'm trying to look down in front of my feet, but I don't see my feet anymore. It's just like, it's almost like my head's a little bit further than my hands, and I catch a glimpse of maybe some paws, and I start running and make it up to the pond, and just as I'm about to like run through it, I catch a glimpse of something not quite right, and it's, my brain doesn't want to comprehend it at first, but I come to like a screeching halt, knowing that there's still trouble behind me, but now there's trouble in front of me, because when I look down into the water, I see a snout and a nose and pointed ears and black paws, and through fear and just sheer fight or flight terror of running, I've wild shaped for the first time into a maned wolf.
Yay! To a back flip.
Into a maned wolf, the most natural
Yeah.
transformation for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I could see that like the hair colors, like the color of my hair, it's almost as if it's just engulfed my entire body except for like around the snout where it's just like a deep set black, and everything like around me and in front of me and behind me is just gone, and I'm just stuck kind of like staring into my own eyes that I can see. I can see the yellow golden, what I'm used to looking back at, but everything around it is just altered. And it feels natural, like kind of right, but it's also like, what the fuck? Where did this, like, why? But
And as you sit there and you're kind of like stuck in your own mind for a moment, you feel the presence behind you begin to approach, but in this instance it is not hostile. And you see
spin around
Fang.
and face it.
Yeah, Fang will walk up, his eyes ever shifting, focused in. I see you have embraced it.
Did you do this to me?
In a way.
Is this another gift of yours?
Yes.
Why? She's just like, so much is running through her head, like, because I'm sure she can feel, that it's not like hostile anymore, but it's
But there's
still,
still
like, it's still that fucking dragon. She doesn't even know what to say. I can't.
He will walk up to you and like, now you're both down. I could feel when we last talked the natural energies of the world coursing within you. I figured there's one method guaranteed to elicit a primal response.
To use the body of my best friend and terrify me into thinking that he was gonna do the worst.
You may disagree with my methods, but remember, these are gifts given. As he leaves Fang, and Fang just like, and just like headbutts you.
Just goes into full dog mode.
Hi. You look, why are you different?
I'll kind of like put my head against his too. And just, I don't. Long story, I guess, but short. But I don't know.
That's okay.
Okay, well, I'm glad it's you again. Do you feel okay?
Oh yeah, I was napping.
Okay, good. Glad you were just napping.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I was dreaming I was chasing a squirrel.
Okay. And then I'll kind of turn back to the water and just like look a little bit closer and look at my arms and my body, but like on the forearms kind of, I'll see some like scales, like some kind of dragon scales on there, and then I'll notice that the snout is like looks a little bit like fangs, like square, kind of. And then I'll turn back around and wait. How are we talking?
What do you
Long
mean you're
rhetorical
talking?
question.
You're talking to me like you normally talk to me, like with dragons. Ah. You know, like a little bit of frost breath will just. Ah.
Okay, this is okay. And then I'll have her remember it. Oh God, what about Constantine?
Yeah, Constantine at this point is like flying back to John. So it's kind of just like a thing where it's like, John, you're sitting in the in the tavern, and at the window you just hear, "Oh my God, John! Oh my God!" Hits the window.
John is gonna very quickly make his way outside and just like put Constantine like in his jacket so before anybody can like see him.
Oh my God! Oh my God, John!
All right, what?
Fang started attacking Claw, and they ran away.
Oh shit. And John is gonna very quickly make his way back.
So you're going back as this is around the time when you guys are heading back to the bakery.
The rosemary bread.
So you walk into Rosemary, you just see John just like awkwardly Constantine under jacket, just like power walking through town.
Does he look like, at a glance, does he look like worried? Like,
I mean, yeah.
is he heading towards us or like in our direction or
Yeah, are we going same direction or
same
You
direction?
currently you're heading up north because the apothecary was south. So you guys are passing each other. So you're going north while John's going south.
Oh, okay.
Like, up
Oh,
or
okay.
down.
Yeah, if we're passing each
Okay,
other, I mean,
yeah.
John would flag him down and just be like,
Hey,
"We've
you
got to
good?
find Claw." Uh-huh.
What? Oh,
Just
okay.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Gotta
I'm
be
just
fast as fuck, boy.
looks at a bag of rosemary and just. Well,
John
this
would
will have
let
to-
him know what area that
Yeah.
he had left.
Yeah, that's what I. Okay, bye.
Are you burning any
Alright.
key points?
I'll burn a key point for Step of the Wind, and I'll even unfurl wings to get some height up to see if I can. Because John goes like, she's in danger, more or less. Like, well, time to find a friend.
No.
I will run the same speed as John.
I will run the same speed as Teresa.
I will be out of here.
You two runners, you see some people see this man just full on just take off and start gliding down a mountain. Yeah, there's a few people that are like, "What the fuck?"
We're not citizens.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are being like, "What the hell? Who the hell was that?" Kind of.
That's a plane.
John, yeah,
It's Dragonheart.
John, you can definitely get the insight from knowing this is a small village. That's gonna.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. John will be
100
like,
people are about to figure something out. or
just
find-
mentally like, I'll deal with that later.
Look, you didn't specify. You just danger friend, and it was like, okay.
So you're rushing down to the area, cutting back. Nari's just having a grand old time reading some books.
Aw, that's so sweet that person did that to the other person in this romance novel.
Hey, like reading the romance novel, take a break
First
from that.
kiss.
We'll say at this point you're taking like a stretch/romance novel break, and you're out back on a bench, just like
A third lover.
she can't leave him for her.
That's
They
in a
aren't
mythology book as well.
They should just become a polycule.
She's no good for her. She's just, it's all lies. It's just, yes, it's very gripping right now.
I can fix her.
As you're all running, we're gonna get to Dragonheart's gonna get there first. But at a certain point, what are you and Fang doing in this form? I feel like Fang's like, I want to play. we never got to play like this before.
She probably has the inkling of also wanting to play too, but she's
So-
like more so like we should get back to where we were in the party, and I don't know, maybe I can't. This
And
is
he'll
weird.
like do like the pounce thing, and he's just gonna be like, I pounce, and like,
And then she'll do the dog thing where it's like, "Crap."
yeah, you got like, so you two are like
The
both,
play bow.
yeah.
And then, no, we gotta go. "Crap." We should go back.
Wait, look, I can, come on, it's perfect. We're right now. And so, what you come upon is Fang.
Mm-hmm.
No Claw is nowhere to be seen, and Fang is from your area. Give me an insight into the situation.
All right.
Oh no, Fang A Claw with this wolf.
That is a 19.
With a 19, you can see that Fang is very, very interested in like engaging with this weird wolf. You've never seen a maned wolf before. So yes, with this weird like dire wolf size being.
I mean, luckily I can talk to Fang. So I get like interconic, like, Fang, where's Claw? We are choosing danger.
This is a maned wolf. Oh, I can't.
I was gonna
see
say
it
it's the
'cause my
weird
blur.
lanky ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the weird lanky ones.
I was like, if you weren't that, I was gonna be so mad that you didn't choose the lanky wolf.
Oh yeah, no, that was decided as soon as Druid level was taken for what first wild shape was gonna be. What are you talking about? I'm playing right now.
Where's Claw?
Ah! And like just jumps at the main wolf. Claw, you're kind of like trying to tune your senses as you're getting used to this form, and you do see Dragonheart, and you're hearing he's like, "Where's Claw?" As you're getting like immediately, like you look to like listen, and then Fang's like, "Ha!" and like play bites your neck, and it's like, "Ah, gotcha."
I'll kind of like scramble away as soon as I see Dragonheart and like just like call out his name. I'll just say, Dragonheart, it's me.
And it is the direwolf talking to you.
In Draconic.
No, I mean, I don't speak Draconic. So I ain't gonna do it. Like,
Oh, you don't speak Draconic? I thought you spoke Draconic.
oh, I heard.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought you said Druidic. Sorry, my brain.
No, yeah.
I was like, I don't speak Druidic.
No,
I
in
don't speak
Draconic.
Claw, dude, are you a wolf now? Is
She'll just kind of like keep an eye like on Fang and just like sit in front of you. Yeah, I got I,
While Claw's
Yes,
on,
this
just,
is my
just look
form
at Fang, go, stay, I'm talking, stay, stay.
And I think we'll just like sit on his butt and it's like hunched over. So his like tail between his leg, he's just sitting like a person would, just a drake, just.
Wait.
something very strange happened.
You
and
don't say.
I was running through the woods from Fang, who got overtaken by the spirit of a dragon, and I was running, and then all of a sudden I was running on all fours, and I caught a glimpse of myself in the water, and then the dragon talked to me more, and now here we are.
Would I have met a druid that I know about wild shape, or is that completely alien to me?
For you, you've heard of druids. You heard they have the ability, but to be honest, from what you know of Claw, I mean, there's not really from the druids you've heard. They're cloaked up figures that live in the middle of nature and don't talk to anybody else.
Sorry, just thought I'd ask. Okay.
It's around this time when the other two round the corner and
What's
just
up?
see Dragonheart just kind of looking down, talking to this wolf, and Fang is just sitting there like.
I just got two like dog-like things sitting in front of me talking.
Dragonheart, where's Claw?
Found her.
Oh, what?
I can
Wait,
understand
wait,
them, right?
Claw.
Yeah, you can understand them. You just can't talk to them.
Yeah, when you ask where's Claw, I'll like turn and look at you.
But Claw's not. Wait, huh?
Uh, Claw has shifted further than before.
Oh, is that kind of like the reason why she was acting weird? This is growth spurt, right?
Would John know what a druid is?
Oh, 110%.
John will just be like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were a druid."
Cock his head.
Yeah, we'll just both of us, like Fang and Claw, just both like, what?
Dragonheart as well.
Druids are a bit more in tune with nature and natural aspects to the point where they can shift their bodies to become animals that they're familiar with.
That's cool.
Claw will kind of like stand up and like walk over to John and just like.
Stay.
John, like knowing that it's Claw, probably wouldn't panic too much or anything. Just, I mean, obviously, like a large maned wolf is a little intimidating.
Yeah, it is.
for a squishy boy wizard. But knowing that it's Claw, he'd probably be like, "Wow, I'm sorry, you reek. Hi."
It's called nature.
You will notice on
Maned wolves are famous for stinky.
you'll notice on Claw there is that like around the joint for each foot there is that shimmer of scales. Right now there's a soft white shimmer and there is that angularity and like scaly shimmer to your snout.
Would John clock the scales?
Yeah.
John will kind of. Does this have to do with a little of what we discussed before?
Can it be like, however a dog shrugs? It'd be kind of like a.
I see.
Kind of gives that look of like,
I'd say to Dragonheart, does he know how to change back? Or has he heard how to change back?
I will double check. Claw would like to know if you know how to change back.
oh. Kind of like a groan from
John will think for a moment what I
Give
need
me-
to roll Arcana.
Give me an
history.
Arcana, or a history on it, for the matter. Now, it's going to be a high DC for you because no one's ever really broke down.
Yeah. I was gonna
Druid.
say. Dirty 20 on a history.
With a dirty 20 on history, you know that it is a very primal sense to transform into most your understanding of wild shape and being a druid is kind of releasing the primal like feeling and more focusing on like the humanity aspect.
Okay. John will kind of like, I can try to help. From my understanding, to get out of this form, you focus more on your humanoid self, your version of humanity, and really hone in on that. You could try that. What makes you feel like a shifter?
I'm gonna pull out an unlit torch with like, go get this ticket. He was getting
Cloud will
restless.
just kind of like sit and then close her eyes and just focus on what it's like to like wiggle her fingers and wiggle her toes and like move her arms and legs, and then slow, like what feels like it's not necessarily a blink of an eye where it's just like, but it's almost incomprehensible to see. But 1 minute she's a maid wolf, and then in a moment she's back to just like herself with her arms. She's just sitting on the ground.
Whoa.
Can't believe that actually worked.
Wow. She'll look up at everybody and then like quickly like get up and sort of dust herself off. Check that she still has like arms, legs. She's fully clothed and everything, and just wow, okay. So druid who can shift beyond that shift. Okay, I have a lot to think about.
How'd
Hi,
that
guys.
feel?
It felt natural to be in that state, like almost more natural than it is to stand in front of you right now.
You feel more comfortable in in like that kind of form?
It's a different kind of comfortable. Like, this is who I am and how I stand and how I've been, but in that it was like what I should be and can be.
I mean, you look pretty cool.
Thank you. Okay. Well, weird turn of events, but I'm back. Hi, sorry to scare everybody.
It's alright, I guess
You're
what Constantine saw was you and Fang playing.
Well, what Constantine might have saw was Fang, he morphed into the dragon that I spoke to in the curiosity shop. Just radiated like evil almost. I felt like prey to him. And I didn't want to leave Fang, but it was just so strong I just had to start running, and eventually it just felt more natural to run on all fours.
Looks at the beast known as Fang with skepticism.
Right now, I say it comes back. Whatever you threw is frozen solid. Comes to his breath.
That's why I did it with a torch.
And I
yeah.
just assume he
Like, okay.
He's not getting.
and John's just like
Drop
so
it.
He,
Drop it.
he morphed into some sort of draconic entity then.
Yeah, took him over almost. Just Fang wasn't there anymore.
John will mumble out loud. Didn't think we had to worry about that one. Alright.
You're alright though, right? You didn't get hurt? Nothing shitty happened?
Besides being terrified for my life from my dearest companion. I'm alright. Physically, I'm fine.
That's not great.
I mean, he's fine now. Like, it feels like him. He's back to himself. All he remembers is napping and dreaming of chasing a squirrel. But it is unnerving that this creature can reach through and communicate and almost take him over.
It's
But-
unnerving, but if the creature is what we believe it to be, then it's not surprising necessarily.
Yeah, it's the feeling I got almost when we were talking in the curio shop was that Fang is him in a sense. It's a part of him, and I don't know. It's hard to wrap my head around, but he told me that Fang was a gift from him, like it is almost his last like dying essence. So I don't
I'm
look over
sorry,
and
I
it's just
kind
this-
of missed something. Who are we talking about?
Oh, was Teresa in the curiosity shop with us?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
so when we were in what town
Lumbra?
were we? Was it
In
Lumbra or was
Lumbra.
it?
Lumbra.
Lumbra was where the
Was
Was
curiosity
Lumbra?
shop-
Oh, okay, yeah.
Lumbra.
When we were in Lumbra and visited that curiosity shop, basically a bone was presented from the dragon that destroyed my village, and I had a interaction with it. With it, and I learned some things and spoke to me, and it's part of the reason I've been so rattled and off lately. And what's weird is that I almost yearned to speak to it again. Like I wanted to get some more answers, but it still terrifies me. But anyway, I made a connection with this
shit.
creature. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't imagine how you must be feeling. Is there anything I can do? Do you wanna hug?
No, thank you. I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know you're not, one for that, but just wanted to reach out if you like need anything, like
Thank
just
you.
no.
If
we got your
anything,
back.
If anything, I feel weird in my body right now. I think I just need to eat something.
Well, we know where to
Oh,
get
well-
some rosemary bread.
Yeah. We were actually on our way to grab some rosemary bread.
I mean, if it helps, Claw, you're not alone, because technically I'm in the same boat of my body going through changes because of the same dude, so...
You spoke to it too?
Puberty.
Multiple times at this point.
Oh.
That's not disturbing.
I've talked about this, John, alright?
No, I know. I didn't.
Huh.
And it kind of made a connection to your father in a quick instance. But I didn't know that it had spoken to you as well.
At the same time it spoke to you, and then another time after I bought the bone.
Okay.
You're connected to something. Claw, you're connected to something.
The same thing.
I'm connected to something.
Because if it's to be believed, the reason I can do the things I can do is because of the same thing.
Wow.
John, are you connected with something?
The dead.
The dead.
I mean, inherently, yes.
Do you have any weird fucky voices in your head?
No, they float
Oh,
around.
you mean outside of Rin?
They say tap, 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 tap. Knock, knock, knock on your head.
Okay. I guess
Well, not exactly.
we're all
although
connected.
something strange did happen when we were fighting those elementals, but I'm not quite sure what that was about.
Mm.
No
We're all-
voices though.
We're all connected with voices, right? Or except for no. God knows
I
voices.
think
We're all
we need
connected
to
with
all
voices.
sit down and talk about these things more.
We should find Narayana and discuss over lunch.
Yes.
What if we
Where's
do it
Narayana?
outside?
I don't know. I
That
thought you
way-
were in charge of her. Just joking.
Babysitter, apparently.
So as you guys are walking and talking back into town, we'll speak and she shall appear.
Nariana.
Narayana, you are, flipping back between a few different books. Is there something specific you're looking for in this stuff?
No, just trying to learn about how their mythology differs from what I've been reading.
Okay. So, there is like, some differences in basic information about certain deities, and like what they do and what they mean and bring. There's a lot of the older texts and older books that you're looking at have less to do with deity-based folklore and information, more of, the natural spirits. Is there anything within that you're looking for? Like, does any of that cause you to look for anything else?
Like,
Was that-
I'm just going for general knowledge.
Okay. You hear, right? You read things about this like ceremony with stones and with the earth and materials and elements and things like that. They're it kind of like a ritual that mythology and folklore kind of allude to in its purpose and like where it started and where it came from as a sliver in a society. So you get the sense like that it's in reverence and connection to the arcane powered, fueled, infused stones that have been found in the rock inside of the mountains, in the prosperity and wealth that these natural resources bring. It's a very old, it's hundreds of years old. This ritual is like back.
Do we have anything like that?
Like
Sorry.
in Soluna?
Yeah.
Not.
Mm.
You have rituals to elements and beings and things like that, but nothing on this level. So, is there anything else you're looking for in those books?
I want to finish the romance novel.
You're gonna finish. Okay, so that's going to take you a little bit of time.
Can my character's reading level be my reading level? I finish the book in a day.
So you're gonna sit there. You're gonna sit the rest of the day. Okay, I'm down with that. So you guys head back. You guys are scouting around for Narayana. Well, with that, everyone get me perception checks.
Did Nario ever tell us like where she was going?
Nope.
Nope.
Kind of went.
Nope.
Just kind of went.
17.
Okay.
Also a 17.
Okay.
11.
That 20.
Okay, within that 20.
Hey. Always can.
Ready for that list that I gave earlier? So you will see the Mountain Hearts Mine head office. You will see the Hammer and Anvil Forge. You will see, I mean, you already know where the Mountain's Roost was. You also see the same thing for the Moonlit Bazaar while walking around the Whispering Wind Library. You see the observatory with a Nat 20 to let you know it is an observatory.
Got it.
You see the Tinker's Workshop, the Dancing Blades Dojo. You already know about the Golden Grain. So you see all of that.
All right. Can I do, I guess, because I don't want to assume, but can I do like an insight into Nariana and be like, where might she be? That might not be as helpful, but that's still +3. Are you fucking kidding me?
Nat 20?
Yes.
Cool.
God, what the?
With
Look,
that,
it's right here. I have.
with
I need
all
your
of
luck, God damn it.
with everything you've seen, you've been to the bakeries. You wasn't there.
Yep.
You've been to other places. The only place that really makes sense is either the dojo or maybe the observatory, but the library. Those are your three.
I mean, I'd probably start with the library. I think with that kind of insight, like she did mention she likes to read. And this is the first like proper library we've kind of come across.
Quick question, John. Is your first name John or is it Jonathan in full?
No, it's John.
John, just John.
Because it's J apostrophe.
Oh, I know. I didn't know if it would be
Yeah.
J apostrophe Jonathan.
Nope.
Jonathan.
Okay. So you guys you pick out library, easy place. It is it's up in one of the plateau area for like having space for kids to play. So you're walking along, and booming voice as you're making your way up there, you just hear John to Sharon, just like boom down at your group. John, you know the name.
Yep.
You figured this was coming after your friend took off with wings.
Yep.
Is that?
John will just turn around and just say, "Oh, Mr. Stronghollow, hello. Hi."
And he is just like,
Awkward.
kind of like angrily Vince McMahon walking.
Love the angry Vince walk.
He's, he's halfling, so they live an extended life here, but he is still older. He's very, very, built. He has lived the entire life here in these mountains. So he is very, stacked. He's very stout. And yet he is just beelining it for John. I hear you're in town, and you're causing a ruckus running through with flying people. What, you're concerned with what's under the ground?
My apologies, sir. Seriously, I didn't mean to cause any offense or any sort of ruckus at all. We were actually here to see you, as a matter of fact.
You have a weird fucking way of showing it.
Well, it's kind of a long story. We just got into town late yesterday, and we're just enjoying.
Well, by my recollection, it looks like midday, so, we really urgently needed to meet me.
Well, there was.
There's no point in explaining, son.
How are you?
For what's the GC on an insight for them to be able to see that you're bad?
Oh God, like a 9. Like it's pretty low.
So passive. Your insight's high. Passive insight's high enough to be like, yeah. Figure that one out.
Huh.
You thought it would be in a library? Points to where you're headed.
No, we were looking for one of our traveling companions.
They like that guy? Points up at him.
Not that one. A different one.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps, we can go and talk somewhere not in the middle of a public place?
Are you embarrassed?
No, not at all. I just thought maybe you might be more comfortable talking someplace
Without witnesses.
without lots of people around watching you yell.
I'm the mayor. What the hell are they gonna do?
I don't know. Do they vote or?
Just the look he's giving you is like there is just an unmitigated heat behind the eyes.
Yeah.
Well, I interrupted a meeting to come check what was happening out here, so give me 30 minutes, and I will meet you in my office.
Sounds great. Could you just where is your office?
It's up there.
Sounds great. We'll meet there.
Welcome to Brahm.
Thank you, sir.
Just turn and walk away.
John just
Well,
like
sounds
sighs.
lovely.
He has a military. He's got very military, like buzz cut, like uptight, rolled up sleeves right now, covered in just whatever mineral material he was currently working with. Wearing top shirt is like kind of like that white button up undershirt, and currently with some suspenders and like work pants on.
He sounds like a nice guy.
Yes, that was Peach's father, believe it or not.
I believe it.
I believe it.
Anyway, we should find Nariana quickly. We don't want to keep him waiting.
The library!
So you walk in, you will see this same older Kalashtar. Can I help you?
Sorry.
You're the flying man.
Yes, that's all.
Technically, yes.
How did you do that?
For lack of better terms, dragon powers?
Fascinating.
But yeah, we're here looking for a friend of ours. She's a Kalashtar holy
Oh.
woman. Oh,
Yes,
that was
she's-
easy.
She's currently reading a romance novel out back.
That is somehow not surprising and surprising at the same time.
You guys walk through the area and head out back. It's around this point where the kids are coming out for like the end of the day stuff. So there are kids like running about attached to the school attached to it, and you'll see Nariana sitting underneath like a fairly full, tree, another pine tree that'll exist in this, climate, just giving a little bit of shade, just sitting on a nice bench.
Nariana, we gotta go.
A Twilight.
Okay, give me a second. She gets up, goes back in and asks, do you want me to leave these books here for you? Or can I borrow this? I'll bring it back later.
Normally I'd say no, but I'll be honest with you, I'm terrified right now, so yes, that's fine.
Why are you terrified?
John's just sighing. Like,
She's just staring at Dragonheart. No reason.
Oh, these are my friends. They're fun.
Uh-huh. Yes, just please bring it back before you leave.
I will, I promise.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So where are we off to? What I miss?
We have a date with the mayor.
Okay. Who's that?
the mayor is Peach's father.
Oh, just who I recommended to see anyway.
Yes.
Why do you sound so stressed?
He's a deeply unpleasant man.
God damn, I love Claw so much.
At this moment, John does too. That's one word for it, yes.
I'm sure we can handle it. Just need a little extra touch.
I think by handling, we will just quiet and be respectful.
Yes, we have already apparently freaked out some of the locals, gesturing to Dragonheart. There is a bit of a misunderstanding. We had a little flight around town, which, of course, caught some people off guard.
Technically, it was a glide, but
Glide, fly, it's all the same to them.
look, you say someone's in danger.
I know. That's why I'm not upset at you. Of course, I just didn't. I'm
flew
upset that I
over me?
didn't consider the repercussions.
See, I don't know if
Well,
you heard.
you
Chloe,
figure this
you
out.
flew over to me?
As fast as I could, yes.
Thanks.
No problem, anytime.
Yes, you two, you guys all finish up and make your way out of the library. You still have, at this point, probably about 25 minutes to make a no more than 10-minute walk.
I have a feeling, though, if you're not early, you're late with him.
John would definitely suggest being early.
Look, I've seen some authoritative teachers in my time. I'm pretty sure. I'm like, I get it.
You technically go past the bakery.
We should probably drop off the rosemary.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you quickly stop in. Just like you guys will see that Bree is like behind the counter currently like kneading some dough. Oh, hey, welcome back. Are these your friends? Looking at Bernhardt.
Oh, I'm talking to Teresa.
No.
Is Teresa not here yet?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we managed to pick up that rosemary. So we do have to run to a quick meeting, and I know bread will take a little bit for it to work. So we'll be back for the bread and the flowers. But here's the rosemary.
All right, that's fine. Well, give me a perception check.
Oh, nat 20.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. In that 20, you look at this individual. They're also a shifter. You can definitely tell they are of the more canine family like yours, but while you are a Maine wolf, they are like more of a timber wolf.
Just stare at them. Just gonna stare at them.
Just
And they're gonna look back at you and go, "Oh, hey, you're kind of like me."
Where do you come from?
Wow, that's a big question. I mean, where do all of us come from? I guess the great cosmic joke of life. Oh no, you mean like where I'm from? Oh, like Oh, no, I grew up on this sliver. I'm from a place called Meyerwood. Where are you from?
Saluna.
Oh, that's why. Okay, that'd be why you're different. Okay.
Huh. I've never met. Huh. Okay.
The name's Bree.
Like the cheese.
Yeah, like the cheese.
Fuck, do I love Claw.
that's called a comeback, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
I'd like to talk to you later.
Well, I'll be here. This is also my house.
Huh. Okay.
If I'm not here and people are around, just ask for Bree Good Barrel.
Okay.
You have a
Just
very
intend-
interesting smell.
It's a natural musk.
Do they smell?
Yeah, they definitely have like not a competing pack, but definitely a very unfamiliar pack.
I was just saying, you do too.
Oh, do I? I thought the bread would cover it.
It doesn't.
Damn
Well,
it,
that
Claw.
makes me say, okay, I need to bake more bread, I think.
Well,
I'm gonna get
hold on. Let's
started
clarify. Claude, do you mean that they smell bad, or they just have a scent?
They have a scent.
Sorry, I just wanted to get the
Ah.
clarification for you. There, you travel a little bit with our friend Claw here, and sometimes They're blunt in words. I just wanted to make sure Klon doesn't mean any offense most of the time.
Oh, none taken. I just figured I hadn't showered in a few days. I figured that was it. But that's fine. I'm gonna bake your bread now.
Oh yeah, here's the rosemary.
Oh no, we technically that's why you guys went in there. Is Dragonheart was dropping it off. Yeah, I'll get this worked into this loaf right here, and I'll have those done by the end of the day. She'll take her claws because she's not fully constantly shifted, but she does have like that minor shift to her, and she just goes in and takes it and just like claws and starts like cutting up the rose, like taking care of the rosemary with her claws.
Making biscuits.
Literally.
Sorry, am I with? Am I
Yeah.
with?
Yeah, everyone's
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay.
there.
No, we left you back there.
Okay.
You learn that she's a shifter.
I can take the.
The
I can
the
take
flowers,
the flowers. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Just don't take them
Fine.
all, but you can take some.
Okay, I'll leave one.
That's fair. That's
I'm
on
joking.
me.
I'm joking.
That's on me.
I'm joking.
Well, didn't
Thank
you
you.
say you're in a hurry? Looks at Dragonheart.
Yeah, we're on our way to a meeting, so.
Oh well then, skedaddle.
All right, we'll see you later, Bree.
Bye.
Bye.
While this conversation's going on, John's just in the back practicing, like, talking to Mayor Stronghollow. Just like,
Hello, sir. Just like the
Yeah,
pressing of the hand. Hello, sir.
sir? No. that feels
Hello,
wrong.
sir. No,
sir?
Hello,
Hello,
sir.
sir. Sir. No hello. We'll skip the
Doing,
hello.
like, doing
Sir.
like some of these to be like tense the muscles, get that little bit of lactic acid
Right.
growth.
Here, have a potion of giant strength real quick. Boom, there we go.
Finally, the strength.
You've been working out, John.
Yes.
But you forgot your pants!
Okay. You guys leave the bakery, make your way into the office, like I said, which is the, Mountain Tart Mine office / the
Pick
mayoral
flowers
office.
along the way before we leave.
Yeah. So you can add, I'd say add like 5 flowers if
Okay.
like,
Okay.
So
Yay.
yes, you walk up and the door has like not like a bell, it has like one of those old can where it's just a bunch of cans that like clink clink clang clink clink clang as you guys open the door. You will see sitting there is he has a mohawk, just kind of a large mohawk and like a big like tri-braided beard, dwarven man sitting there. Can I help you?
Yes, we're a little early, but we do have a meeting with Mayor Stronghollow.
Ah, you're the individuals who are causing a ruckus.
Technically, our apologies, though.
Oh no, it's fine. I don't mind.
Oh, well, still, sorry anyway. We'll just wait wherever you'd like us to.
Yeah. If you could just I don't know. I don't think I have enough seats for you. We generally don't have this many people come into the office at one time. Just go to
That's
the
fine.
go to the lunchroom.
All right. Yeah, they'll
Doodle.
go to the lunchroom.
You'll see that on his. He has like a nameplate. His name is Caldrain Stonebreaker. It's like Mountain Heart Mine owner. And he'll take you to the break room where you guys can sit at a a decent sized table. I could say it could fit probably like 10 people at it. Say if they sat close together.
John, I
Um,
sense this. Don't let it get to you.
I only heard about half of that. Sorry.
John, you seem like you're nervous. Don't let him get to you.
You're not wrong.
I haven't done anything wrong, as far as I know.
When in
So-
doubt, just blame me.
Oh, I fully intend to.
Yeah, I figured. All for one for all.
If you need any water or anything, there's a keg over there.
Much appreciated.
When he'll walk away and come back. When I say water, I mean it's alcohol.
Right, that tracks.
Now we're talking
Oh,
about ale or
rough up.
Everclear here.
I don't know what's in that barrel. And I'll walk
Well,
off.
I'm gonna find out.
You
Yeah,
both-
Claw takes a cup.
Just, I assume there's like a ladle on the side or anything. Just
Oh, there's a little spigot.
oh,
Okay.
Are there other people in here with?
Currently,
us,
no.
or-
here comes the con say.
So odds will be Everclear, even will be ale.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you just like. It's Everclear.
I knew it.
I rolled a 3, which means it's super strong. Everclear. So if you're having a
Claw gets the
glass,
second one.
okay, make a con save. And if how fast you drinking yours?
I mean, I'd taste it at first to see what it is. It's strong.
It tastes
Everclear.
like burn.
It's the stuff like Dad would use for his firework
it.
thing.
I got a 3.
You're immediately your energy has been spent. You haven't eaten. You ran around. You haven't done much.
Oh boy!
You drink too. You're just like the burn of it's just like, oh, there's like a little bit of that draconic essence from the chain still in. You're like, okay, it's not that bad. And you bound another, and your body's just like, hold up, wait a minute. So you're feeling toasty.
Okay.
Well, I now have to babysit Claw.
During a very important meeting.
So 30 minutes from when he told you to meet him on the dot, you hear a door open and then close. Holdring, where the fuck is he? They're over in the break room. We didn't have a spot. Okay. And you just hear thump, thud, thud, thud of these boots on stone as this building is hewn into the mountain. Just hear him walking down the hall.
Oh, John, here he comes.
Thank you, I can hear that.
Oh, okay.
John will stand up though.
Look at you. At ease, soldier.
John will still remaining standing, but at ease.
I meant sit down.
Of course, sorry. We'll sit down.
He'll walk over and he'll just get his own cup, sit down. Is anyone sitting at are people sitting at the heads of the table or just on the sides?
Sides.
I'll just on the side.
I'd sit at the head, just because I would know the difference, really.
Claw.
Kind of relaxed into the chair at the other head of the table.
Puts his glass down, sits on the side, just across from John. What do you want?
Thank you for the time to meet us, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, perhaps some introductions. Mayor Stronghollow, these are my traveling companions. Dragonheart, Claw, Nariana, Teresa. And
Pleasure.
the other one's sleeping in.
Gotcha.
Um,
What's up with him?
Well, I wanted to apologize. There was a bit of a misunderstanding, and we thought one of our friends was in trouble. Turns out she wasn't, but he, Dragonheart, would you like to tell him a little bit about yourself? Just like John not wanting to like accidentally reveal something that Dragonheart doesn't maybe want to.
I do again apologize. I'm not even from the Sliver. I'm originally from Dryota, and I am a trained martial artist and who has developed abilities. One of which was, in fact, the gliding capability. And when a message of a friend in possible danger was given, I took the notion to try and find them and arrive to them as quick as possible. And I apologize for creating any kind of disturbance.
But I was fine.
Yes, you were.
I'm glad. All right. Well, keep your
Feet on the ground.
shit on the inside.
Noted.
I'm not surprised that you're traveling around with such an eclectic group. It's funny you left the what town you were in.
Yes, I did leave.
You all cops?
No.
Not really.
Not really, or no?
No, they're
No.
not. No affiliation with the Godhood whatsoever, to my knowledge.
No.
Mm-hmm. So what made you leave Smallville? I don't know where the fuck you were.
Fuck me, the player's trying to remember the name.
That would be Midway.
Midway. John will just say, yes, I left Midway to travel with them and potentially help out. John, you guys can tell John is very like unsure of himself in front of this guy, just by the like sheer lack of diction that he's got right now, as he's just like stumbling over words and just like but yes, they had a little bit of trouble, and it turns out that they could have used the help, and yes.
You're doing that thing where you're just talking a whole bunch at me.
We acquired John's skills to help us in the pursuit of finding the murderer of a friend, and being that he has a background investigation.
And
he
that
seemed
brought you
valuable.
here?
Well, no. Other things brought us here. We were recently in Fetladin. Yeah, I saw that coming.
What for?
Well, we went to go see, Peach. John, like, not making eye contact whatsoever.
Are you trying to take
You
my
love
precious
that.
baby girl? What'd you say?
Says you have a lovely daughter.
Thank you. Are you trying
For
to
those of
take-
you who can't see Brandon's body language, he's, like, squeezing a cup right now.
You trying to take away her future again?
No.
Oh,
No, it was nothing like that. It's just a friendly visit, that's all. I believe she was seeing someone there, actually. The constable. What was the lad's name?
Might or something?
what is with my daughter and trying to get with the cops?
She might just have a phase.
A face. It's just not a face, Dad.
You know what? Fuck it. I do not like my daughter's taste in men.
What parent does, though?
I mean, my father approved of my wife.
Did her parents approve of you?
Damn straight they did. Kicked her dad's ass.
Oh my goodness.
That's not as uncommon as you think.
So, you avenging your friend's death. I am sorry for your loss.
I thank you.
And then you decided to visit my daughter in connection to a murder? Were you trying to imply that
No,
She has
no,
nothing to
no,
do with
no,
murder?
no, no. We were simply traveling on this sliver, and I mentioned that I had a friend in Felidin, so we stopped through Felidin and saw her. That. She has nothing to do with the murder of the friend. Nothing at all.
Good. I don't want you getting her involved in anything dangerous or illicit while she is working on becoming a high artificer. If you ruin her fucking chances, I'm gonna pull the teeth out of your fucking skull through the back of it.
Oh my.
John's just like sitting there thinking to himself very quietly,
Just
like
just in the head, just like, yeah, about
that.
Uh,
As John is very quietly trying to think of an appropriate way to bring that up.
Don't.
Your silence is not informing me. Is it you needed my help for something?
We wanted your opinion, and Peach told us to seek your opinion out.
Peach told you to come and get my opinion.
Yes.
Would you make her dumb or something?
Well, no, she just said that you might have some type of insight on a certain situation.
Gonna insight you.
Yep.
What would an 18 tell him?
An 18 would tell him, in general, that statement that John just made was accurate. But John is definitely nervous, very much more nervous than I think he would usually be around him. So that would probably tell him that something is up,
I'm gonna go out on a fucking limb here, John, and assume that, my opinion that you need isn't of, a friendly nature, not a common opinion. What do I think about books or something like that? It's something, and he'll, begin to lean in. Boom. And just, do that thing where he, jumps
yeah,
at you.
John will,
Something that's got you on end.
that,
Nope, antagonize
Antagonize him? You haven't even seen me fucking antagonize him.
you really haven't.
oh my.
But to answer your question, no, it's not about books or anything of the sort. Is this... He'll kind of gesture to the room that they're in. Is this room secure? Can we speak a bit freely?
This isn't you speaking freely?
I mean more, can you speak freely in here? I guess it's a weird question to ask, but...
Yeah, what the fuck? I own the building. The fuck you talking about?
So if I were to speak of things that perhaps wouldn't exactly be seen as kind to the realm...
You mean the government?
Yes.
I mean, we're a couple feet deep in the side of a mountain. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna be doing.
Well,
And also, you are very aware that my feelings towards things of that nature...
I'm asking for your safety, not for my own. I'm just trying to watch.
Look, I'm gonna put it like this. If anyone gave a shit about my thoughts and opinions on the government, I probably wouldn't be here.
Alright. Fair enough, then.
What the fuck? Do you piss off the government or something?
No. We've heard word that there is possibly rebellion or talks of revolution on this sliver.
You'll see his demeanor, hiccup and, become more guarded. What you asking about that for?
John will just kind of
Wouldn't you like to know?
I'm gonna insight his response.
Yeah.
I would also.
Anyone can. You are in the room.
Yeah.
Claw's just watching with like a big dumb smile, just like
25.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
20. First, before we get to that, he's gonna look at Claude and. Fuck is your deal?
A double shot of that barrel over there on an empty stomach.
I thought you were a real unpleasant guy, but you're kind of cool.
Kind
This
of.
is a very
cool.
enlightening conversation. Yeah, I see where you got to the position that you're in. You got it about you.
I was waiting for Claude to be like, "Yeah, you rock."
He was going to just take that thing and just roll from that, and then bringing up why do you want to know in like rebellion and picks up for those. Both of you got above a 20, or a 20 or above. Yeah, he is definitely taken like a more calculated approach rather than antagonistic. He's kind of taking a step back.
And the Claw goes, "Oh, you got him, John."
I do not have him on anything. I'm not here under any sort of official business.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because I don't know.
Well, John's not a cop anymore.
Will you get fired?
No, I left.
Did they downsize the department?
No, I left to help them find their murdered friend. I took a sabbatical.
Taking off time from work.
Yes, taking off time from work. Alright, listen. We had heard some information regarding the possibility of discussions of rebellion on the Sliver. Some of our party members might be interested in what people might have to say about that. So, when we talked about it with Peach, she suggested a few names. Yours was one of them. That's why we're here.
Roll me persuasion.
Charisma check.
But that's John's specialty.
14? Not bad. Could be a lot worse.
Which one of your compatriots?
John will
I'm gonna
gesture
look
to
to.
Teresa.
I'm gonna look to John. How do I?
Do you what?
Gestures to the hat.
It is a very nice hat.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is.
What the fuck are you doing right now?
Nothing,
You're talking about
yeah.
hats?
this is
I-
not going great.
I'm busy. Get to it.
Yeah. I was just. We're wanting the. I'm from the Sliver, and
Okay.
with all of these rumors about rebellion and such, we just wanted to know your take on that.
My take on that is I've been alive a long ass time. And I remember a lot of shit. And that kind of,
How long?
how would you put it? Long enough to know that the mountains were glowing red hot.
Oh.
I have a question.
What?
How did you feel about the imprisonment of Charles Marigold?
You'll see him just immediately, like, you guys couldn't hear it, but I say he cracks his knuckles just like tense. You hear crack, 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 crack. Son, you are knocking on a very specific door, and I'm not sure you want to know what's behind it.
John's gonna open the door. John will be. I actually would very much like to know what's behind it.
I'm gonna need a little bit more than just that. Why? You're not even from here. And yet, you want to understand the nuances of revolution because of her? Would you... An orc would none of your family be alive.
Okay, I'm gonna...
You're the guy to talk to.
Can I roll something to know if, like...
Give me insight.
This would be a good idea or not?
Give me insight. So while you're thinking... John.
17.
Okay. You know I'm not the most fond of you. And our history through Peach. But she cares about you. So by extension, I have to kind of give a shit. So I'll tell you. If you want to put that hair on your chest, I'll tell you everything you want to know. And with a 17, I mean, if you're inside to figure out if you should like pop that sucker off and show who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy seems pretty against the government. So.
Okay. All right. With that, fuck it. I'm gonna pop off my hide the skies.
Okay. So he's gonna be like,
and
so you're like popping it off. He's like, you roll into town after talking to my daughter, telling you to come here. She gave me that forewarning, and I thought she was fucking with me. Turns out you come in with an interesting looks over to where Teresa was an orc.
Sir,
What the fuck?
I also remember the Burning Mountains vividly. And
You look barely older.
Charles Marigold is kind of my dad. I know both of those sentences sound very strange since the Burning Mountains was way before him, but it's a long story, but I have stake in this.
John's not smiling. The player just knows what's coming next.
You took the daughter of the country's most notorious fugitive to my daughter as she is working and you see just there's just a little bit of a heat radiating off of him right now, just like as rays just, and then you bring her to me. What? I want to punch your face in so bad right now. Oh, each give me strength. Each give me strength.
You would have every right to do so. I did something very stupid, and ultimately it was for a decent reason. We needed help. I knew that Peach had capabilities, and she did help.
And pardon me, miss, if I sound indignant. You look barely older than 26, 30. How the fuck can you know what you're talking about?
How much do you know about the programs in Gemstead? The secret programs.
Roll me persuasion.
Persuasion. Not my greatest.
No,
Not my greatest.
you don't have your charisma person here today.
At this point, Claw's just like kind of slumped on the table, just like mouth agape, just like looking between everybody, like, oh shit.
Just trying to soothe her, like almost like petting Claude. Like, it's okay. Shh. Look,
18.
And then 18. Hey! Hey, what a bit.
Thank you. Oh, there you go.
You. I know a lot about what goes on in the underbelly of Gemstead.
Then you'll know about
You?
the War Machine program. And I will let my arcane sigils and like circuits in my body flare up a bit and like emit that blue hue.
Oh, Teresa. Okay, here we go.
As you do, and this is the first time you've like, in a while you've just let it out and done it, you feel, where your gauntlets sit appears to be, and because you're more in tune with it now, some sort of like magical essence connector, and you just feel like you can hit a little bit since it's the first time.
I'm gonna clock that, but kind of like push that a bit to the side.
Clock that.
I'm gonna clock it.
I wouldn't have come if this wasn't important.
Your daughter helped out a great bit, actually.
He just into the table. She was involved with one of the fucking kill bots.
Charles,
I'm
A kill bot. You know how many people you fucking killed? You know how many people I probably lost due to your exact fucking hands?
That's a sin I have to bear every day.
And you took it to...
please. Something happened to Charles Marigold's daughter some time ago. Her soul was inhabiting this form. Yes.
A soul just inhabited inside of a murder bot?
Yes.
You expect me to believe that shit?
I don't know what I expect.
You like start looking around and just think like just you can tell something's going on up top.
I apologize for any duress or trauma that I caused. I'm working every day in this new age, this new life that was a second chance that was given to me to make things just a little bit more right. I am the shit that I've done can't be forgiven easily. I know it can't be forgiven at all. I know, and I have to live with that. But if I can atone for my sins, for what I've done, in any way, I am trying to do that. I'm trying to walk down that path. I know you don't believe me, but...
Oh, I believe you. I believe that you're dealing with whatever it is that you are. in this new age. You haven't immediately killed me. I'm assuming some things about you. Is Peach safe?
To answer your question, I have heard from her since we left, but undoing some of what Charles had done triggered some sort of course of energy throughout the city of Felidin, and it was traced back to where we were with Peach. I know that she had been put under investigation.
He'll stand up and then begin to climb onto the table and just stand halfling, but he's still over you.
Yeah.
I ought to break your neck right now. As if you had anything to do with anything bad that happens to her soon. The ground, his boots are insulated, but you can kind of smell like heat of wood beginning to like radiate from his feet. Hop down. You want to know everything? Then let's talk about everything. What you're looking at currently is one of the fathers of the new revolution. And I have been doing my best to keep that fact as buried as I can. Talking to Peach less and less and less, so she would stay blissfully unaware and protected from what I was gonna do. Revolution is coming. Might not be for a while, but it's coming. And you, points to you, Teresa, if people found out that you were real and weren't some fairy tale told by the survivors, people found out that you existed, you could start a wildfire.
I'm aware.
As much as I want to see your body turned into a fucking can, I know that would damage my cause. And so for now, I will look past your past. But if you show any sign of working for Titus, or the Gilded Ones, or Gemstead at all, I will tear you circuit from fucking circuit. And the rest of you,
Understood.
if any of you cause any harm to my little girl because of your involvement in this, threat withstanding to John, to each one of you. We'll talk later. I need to cool down. Come back around fucking midnight, I don't care. And points back to Claw. And you, sober the fuck up.
I'm gonna take a nap before then. Yeah, yeah.
I don't care. And he will walk out of the room.
That could have gone worse.
Oh, guys.
I'm.
John.
I don't know if what I did helped or hurt.
I mean, you wanted to figure out how to get yourself involved in the revolution. I think he just handed it to you.
You guys see a chair down the hallway past the door. Just
I'm gonna put my hat back on.
We should get out of here.
He is intense.
Yes.
Wait.
Hmm?
I don't like how we talk to you, John.
Oh, that's more or less normal.
Well, it's a good thing I've gotten a lot of practice in self-control these last while, because I was about 2 steps away from taking a swing.
I wouldn't advise it.
And you wouldn't advise a lot of things, but at a certain point, you want to be talked down to so much before you start sounding like everyone else who's oppressing people.
Exactly.
Maybe we should discuss this further elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Claw's like up by the door and like, we should, let's go, guys.
Alright, hold on, let me get her.
you guys head back to the
She's
inn.
like at the wrong door.
Yeah.
You're going to like the
I'm like,
utility
alright,
closet.
well, got like the arm over my shoulder and just kind of like we're going this way now.
When we get back to the inn, back to our rooms, John's gonna mention, did anybody else catch that he said what goes on under the mountains, not what went on under the mountains?
Did you
Yeah.
get
If you're the leader of a revolution, you gotta have a home base or something.
Probably wouldn't hurt to ask, I just didn't feel it was appropriate at the moment.
At the moment, no, you're probably right.
I can ask later.
It's almost like John is intelligent. As is Sai.
You guys head back. You guys are free to explore the town if you'd like. I imagine you want to do a little bit of rallying back in the room.
Someone's got to sober up. Someone's got to
Yeah.
go pick up their bread.
Yeah.
So you guys head back and you get some at this point. Rogan is more active in the bar and if you guys would like some actual food like lunch and such, he can have that made and sent to the room. It's a stew. That's it.
That sounds good.
That's all you need.
Yes, I love stew.
Love stew.
Stew.
So you guys head back to the room, order some a pot of stew and some like bread to go with it to the room. Ty is, kind of just like stretching out. After being the one that was up the latest.
Yeah.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session with you guys recuperating back in the room after all of that. Some newfound information, newfound abilities and such while you enjoy some stew and bread.
Rosemary bread.
So, before we leave, thanks so much for being here. We hope you had a wonderful time.
always?
Pass it over to the...
Today we play D&D.
D&D.
This video will go up on YouTube on Monday.
Monday.
If you like some of our faces, you can come back on Sunday.
On Sunday, you say?
At 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Vampire the Masquerade, DC by Night, Monument of Shadows.
Monument of Shadows.
Story told by Cymerk.
Hell yeah.
But if you can't get enough, Cymerk, what else can they do?
You can check out the RPG table tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we go live with Chicago by Night, but with only one vampire, so we'll see how that goes.
Very interesting. Anything else in the peanut gallery?
Ah.
Haha.
Aha.
Ah,
Perfect.
wow.
Wacko. Oh god, Waluigi's here.
Ooh, fun XPC.
No, please. Please, no. I don't know how I'd even begin to have that character be spec'd. Anyway, with all that being said, we guys hope once again you had fun, and we can't wait to see you guys next time.
I love you.
Love you.
That's just the
Love
Everclear
you.
talking.
I love you guys so
We love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.